Hello and welcome to another week of Sambo iRacing. It's week 12, season 2, 2024. We're in the Ray Formula Ford, the FF1600 at Virginia International Raceway for the North Course. Should be another good week of racing. It's the final week of the season. Wishing you all the very best of luck here. And as always, I've loaded into this test session from the schedule, so we should be facing the same track conditions. It is a lot warmer this week than it has been in previous seasons, so I know there are some track ads out there that are considerably faster, and I've certainly put in faster laps myself. That's mainly due to how slippy this track is. Anyway, let's start the lap. Okay, so as we start the lap, we move over to the left-hand side. What we're looking for here is the 2 marker. That's going to be our braking marker for turn 1. So as we get to the 2 marker, we're going to brake hard in a straight line, as always, up to about 90%, dropping it down into 3rd gear. Still braking in a straight line only now as I'm starting to move towards the apex. I'm going to slowly trail it off, still in 3rd gear, waiting down to the apex, dropping it down into 2nd gear, down to 1st gear, and now fully back on the throttle. Changing up through 2nd, up to 3rd, holding it round on the right-hand side. Now, my next braking marker, if you see there, the end of the rumble strip on the left-hand side, that's going to be my braking marker. I'm not going to be over there, but that's where my car will be. As I get there, I'm going to brake briefly up to about 30%. I'm trying to settle the car down with a little bit of maintenance throttle, just feeling for the grip. So turning towards the apex, dropping it down into 2nd, getting back on the throttle nice and early, cutting over the rumble strip, a little bit of grass here. Up to 100%. I do a little lift here just to try and make sure that I actually make the turn. And I'm fully on the throttle. You'll try and not get on the mud on the right-hand side here. I actually do slightly, and you'll see I have to just correct for that, but it didn't actually cost me any time. And now what we're looking for is just before the change in asphalt colour up ahead. I'm going to brake quite hard in a straight line, trail it off, down into 2nd gear, getting back on the throttle, and now we're holding the throttle as best we can. I do a little lift here. I'm fully back on the throttle, holding it, cutting these corners over the rumble strip, keeping the track as short as possible, and now we're trying to line up the next braking marker. So, up ahead, you see this little elbow, this little kink. That's going to be our braking marker. My cat's agreeing. So braking hard in a straight line, trailing it off down to 2nd gear, feeling for the throttle and the grip, keeping it in 2nd gear, back on, holding it, up to 3rd gear, over to the right hand side, little lift here, brief, and back on the throttle nice and early. Again, you're just holding the throttle all the way up the hill. Now we're looking for this next braking marker, which comes up on you fast, but as you can see just up ahead there, there's a big dark patch on the track. That's all of the rubber that's been put down by cars braking through here. As we get to that, I'm going to brake really hard, very briefly, trail it off as I move down towards the apex. As I get to the apex, back down to 2nd gear, up to 100% throttle, and I'm now going to hold it through there, still at 100%, up to 3rd gear, over to the right-hand side to open the entry up. And now just before I get to this little crest, I'm going to do a tiny little lift. And now I'm going to brake once the car's settled down for the final corner, trailing it off in 3rd gear, back up to 100% throttle, hold it over to the right-hand side, up to 4th, staying over to the right, and over and across the line in a 29.8. During the race, if you're doing 29s at any point, you're going to be on pace. Don't you worry about that. There'll obviously be a couple of people at the very top of the tree this week that'll go faster than that, but they're very good anyway. They're not watching this. Right, full speed from the chase cam. Okay, now for the full speed lap. Okay, now final lap, full speed with the driving line on from the cockpit. Thanks for watching. I've been Sambo. I've been Sambo. I'll see you in the week.